Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Greetings from messengers of Yahuwah's Kingdom of Great Belief Congregation located in South Carolina. We appreciate you for your time as we are in our time of Sabbath rest, a time that we celebrate and commemorate the Abba's rest as well as celebrate our rest. We appreciate the Abba and we appreciate you for your time. I know it's been a minute. I know it's been a minute since we have been live. We've had a lot going on in the months that have transpired, but we give Abba Yahuwah all praise. All praise. That's not cliche. That is the truth. We give him praise, we give him esteem, and we baruch him for all that he's doing, all that he's done, and all that he's yet going to do, and how he continues to keep us during these times, trying times, troubled times, and even times of heartache and pain. But yet he still keeps us, and he keeps us moving and keeps us in his hand. And so we appreciate him for all that he's doing. At this time, those of you that have been following us and know what we do, it's that time. We want to baruch Abba Yahuwah for his Torah, a multi-dimensional system, not just the 5 books of Moshe, but the credence and the instructions and the guidance that we live by. This is what the Abba has given us to live by, and we appreciate him for his structure and for that, and for trusting us with it. He didn't have to, but I appreciate him for trusting us with these beautiful instructions for our lives. It is what defines us. It is what calls us out and causes us to be different from every other people and every other nation. So we do appreciate him for what he's doing, what he's done, what he's doing to life us, his people. And it is so.
And it is so.
All right, repeat with me. Baruch Yahuwah.
Baruch Yahuwah.
The Baruch one.
The Baruch one.
Baruch is Yahuwah.
Baruch is Yahuwah.
The Baruch one.
The Baruch
For
one.
all eternity.
For all eternity.
Baruch atah.
Baruch atah.
Yahuwah.
Yahuwah.
Our supreme one.
Our supreme
King of the universe.
King of the
Who
universe.
selected us from all the peoples.
Who selected us from all the peoples.
And gave us his Torah.
And gave us his Torah.
Baruch atah.
Baruch atah.
Yahuwah.
Yahuwah.
Giver of the Torah.
Giver of the Torah.
And it is so.
And it is so.
Baruch atah.
Baruch atah.
Yahuwah.
Yahuwah.
Our supreme one.
Our supreme
King of the universe.
King of the universe.
King of the universe.
King of the universe.
Who gave us the Torah of truth.
Who gave us the Torah of truth.
And implanted eternal life within us.
And implanted eternal life within us.
Baruch atah.
Baruch atah.
Yahuwah.
Yahuwah.
Giver of the Torah.
Giver of the Torah.
And it is so.
And it is so.
And it is so.
And it is so.
Now we will have the reading of the 10 Commandments done by Mattathias. And it is so.
And it is so.
Reading 5:6-22. Alan, I am Yahuwah, your power which brought you out of the land of Mitzrayim from the bed of slavery. Bet, you shall have no other power before me. You shall not make you any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in Shemayim above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the land beneath the earth. You shall not bow down yourself unto them nor serve them, but I, Yahuwah, your power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the Abbas upon the children unto the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that hide me and keep my commandments.
Okay.
Gimel, you shall not take the name of Yahuwah your power and falsify it, for Yahuwah will not hold him guiltless that takes his name and empties it. Dalet, guard the Sabbath day to set it apart, as Yahuwah your power has commanded you. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of Yahuwah your power. In it you shall not do any work. You, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your manservant, nor your maidservant, nor your ox, nor your ass, nor any of your cattle, nor your foreigner that is within your gates, that your manservant and your maidservant may rest as well as you. And remember that you were a servant in the land of Mitzrayim, and that Yahuwah your power brought you out of there through a mighty hand and by a stretched out arm. Therefore, Yahuwah your power commanded you to keep the Sabbath day. Hey, esteem your Av and your Ema as Yahuwah your power has commanded you, that your days may be prolonged, and that it may go well with you in the land which Yahuwah your power is about to give you. While you shall not murder. Saying, neither shall you commit adultery. Ket, neither shall you steal. Tet, neither shall you bear false witness against your neighbor. You, neither shall you desire your neighbor's Isha, neither shall you cover your neighbor's bed, his field, or his manservant, or his maidservant, his ox, or his ass, or anything that is your neighbor. To all your assembly in the mount, out of the midst of the fire, of the cloud, and of the thick darkness with a great voice. And he added no more. And he wrote them in 2 tables of stone and delivered them unto me. And it is so.
And it is so. And it is so. Todah for that. Chapter 6, verses 1 through 18 of Debirim. And it reads, these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments which Yahuwah your power commanded to teach you, that you might do them in the land where you're going to enter and possess it, that you might fear Yahuwah your power to keep all his statutes and his commandments which I command you. You and your son and your grandson, all the young men of your life, and that your young men may be prolonged. Hear therefore, O Yasharal, and observe to do it, that it may be well with you, and that you may increase mightily as Yahuwah powers of Abbas has promised you in the land that flows with milk and honey. Shema Yasharal. Shema Yasharal. Hear, O Yasharal, Yahuwah our Supreme One, Yahuwah is Akkad. And you shall have Yahuwah your Supreme One with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you this yom shall be in your heart. And you shall teach them diligently unto your children. And talk of them when you sit in your bed, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. And you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes, to fall. To what?
To bind to the mind.
To what?
To bind to
To
the mind.
bind to the mind. It is imperative, you hear me say this over and over again, to bind the Torah to your mind. It is imperative that we understand the power of the Torah and the importance of binding it to our mind. Your mind is the processing center. It is your mind that grabs it, analyzes it, and then it is processed, and then it is sent into your heart. Then your heart is either going to incubate it and bring it forth so that you can execute it, or another thing is that it is going to veto it, delete it, and not allow it to resonate so that it can bring forth the desired results in your life. So it is important that we give Torah access to our minds so that we can live, and we can live a fruitful and dedicated life, especially in the time that we're living in. And it is 9. And you shall write them upon the post bed and on your gates. It is imperative that, because verse 8 helps you to understand, this has to be, the Torah has to be the preeminence, and it has to be the code of conduct that secures, that structures, and that is the framework of your home. Does that make sense? That's important for us to understand. Verse 10, and it shall be when Yahuwah your powers have brought you into the land which he Abraham, to Isaac, and to Yaakov, to give you great cities which you did not build, houses full of all great things which you fill not, wells dug which you did not dig, vineyards and olive trees which you did not plant. When you shall have eaten and be full, then beware lest you forget Yahuwah, which brought you forth out of the land of Mitzrayim, from the bed of slavery. You shall fear Yahuwah your power, and serve him, and shall swear by his name. You shall not go after the power of the people which are round about you. That verse right there, y'all, is very important that you let that verse, all of them is important, but this verse in particular, because you're going to find out even on to Layla, what happened to our people. You're going to find out even in what we're going to be discussing on this Layla, that it's important that you not change who you are, that you do not change your confession and do not change your belief stand because of the people that are around you.
God.
That's important. Excuse me. You shall not fear Yahuwah your power and serve him and shall swear by his name. You shall not go after the power of the people which are round about you. For Yahuwah your power is a jealous power among you, lest the anger of Yahuwah your power be kindled against you, and he destroy you from off the face of the earth. You shall not tempt Yahuwah your power as you tempted him in Massah. You shall diligently keep the commandments of Yahuwah your power and his testimonies and his statutes which he has commanded you. And you shall do that which is right in the sight of Yahuwah, that it may be well with you, and that you may go in and possess the great land which Yahuwah swore unto your fathers. And it is so.
And it is so.
And it is so. Let's have another song, please.
As they want you to ever pass us by, as the days of Noah, can you keep us safe and dry? 'Cause we don't want